ride with car. Oh, 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 what's up?
Oh man, what's happening, man?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
man,
good. What's happening with you, bro?
nothing. Another day, man. Living blessed and not stressed. That's all.
And that much is true right there now.
Hmm.
Woo, that much is true.
Yeah, it's been a
I can't
minute though.
complain. Oh yeah, it's
Been-
been a minute. It's been a
It's
minute,
been,
boy.
I mean, it's been a minute since I wasn't stressed, but I feel good, man. I'm feeling optimistic about my life. I'm feeling straight.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Got you, got
At
you.
least
Talk
that's what
to
they
me.
say.
All right, talk to me, man. What's been up on your end?
Not much, man. You know, this is the time of the year. You know, we busy like crazy in the car business.
Right, right.
So we
Yeah,
just
man.
been wide open a little bit, man,
Oh,
and
wait,
everything, and
wait till
we
people
just
get them
chilling.
tax returns. That's really gonna be
Ooh. Yeah, yeah. You ain't gonna be able to control half of them.
right, right. But it's gonna be coming right back a month later. Watch. Let me stop. They get
You
these
know,
cars just to lose all that money just to stump for 1 month.
sometimes, man, it's crazy what they do, and I don't see why you spend all that money for on these Mercedes and BMWs, and you can't afford to get it serviced.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Your uncle that worked on everything back then, he can't work on them cars, not those,
Nope. I
especially now.
I remember I had I think it was a Ford. I think it was my newest Ford, but you had to take that car back to the dealership where you got it from because they had special tools just to take the cover off to check the battery.
Oh
You
yeah,
couldn't even check the battery no more. And it's just like
nope.
I hated it because I grew up as a little side tree mechanic, used to make little money in high school, then buy the stuff I needed. But then like I'm like, now I can't even work on my own cars. But I'm mentally different now. Like I don't mind letting people work on my cars so my mind can be good for something else. But for the
Hmm.
people that listeners right now, just know you're thinking to buy this expensive car, you're gonna have somebody to work on it. No, these cars have to go back to the dealership, and just to look at your car sometimes is between $100 to $200 just to
Oh yeah,
look at your car,
just to look
just
at
to
it.
just to tell you what might be wrong.
Yeah, diagnostic.
Mhm.
That's in some places that's between $100 $200.
Right? I think a fair shake should say about 129, somewhere around that area.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
man, it's something.
yeah.
Yep.
Cars are different though. Well, we good. We good. I'm
Yeah,
straight.
we
I got I
good
got
though.
my I got my 2014. I'm all right. I'm all right. Hey, it's keeping me afloat. Making me to work back and forth. I get to go to my grocery store, get my groceries. I get to go see friends. I don't need a new car. I don't
Mm-mm.
need. I'm straight.
I don't want no new. I'm at that age now, Neil, where I get a car now. I ain't trying to get rid of it. I'm driving
Right.
it till it fall apart.
Right.
When
Right.
I can't patch it up no more. That's it.
Right.
I
Hey,
ain't trying
but
to
see
keep.
that here, people ain't a lot of people ain't gonna get that, man. That's a mature mindset. Like when you're young, so it's two phases of cars. You got the people that get a car because they don't have a car. But they're young, they might want to go out and get something that they can't afford. But then you have that person that have a car and they think that they want to be in with the crowd, blend in with the crowd, but you can't even afford it. Your paycheck that you get monthly says you should not have this car. You literally about to get kicked out of your apartment, your house, because you can't make the apartment payment because you can't even afford the car payment. You keeping up with this car more than you keeping up with the spot you stay at.
Exactly.
So I'm just like, what
That's
is
crazy to me.
It's very crazy. I have never ever, man. You from Manson County? Where I got my first car was literally from my neighbor. It was a 1987 Cadillac Brougham. He wanted $1,200 off the head. I just gave him $1,200. Got me a car. My next car, right there behind, it's behind. No, it's not behind. It's across from Myrtlewood. His name was Larry Smith.
Yeah.
I used to, man, my dad, we used to stay up over there getting them car. 200, 2,000, 2,500. That's it to get a decent car. That's all we needed.
That's all you needed.
I didn't go to no dealership. So y'all can have me at 18.5 interest rate. What? Come on, man.
Man, yeah. I see the folks on came in. We appreciate it, y'all. Welcome to Open Mic Night. It's been a minute with us. Like we said before, we do have jobs, we do work, and we just thank everyone. I am the host. I'm Carl. I got my co-host. Y'all welcome him in here.
Hey,
Neil the legend. Know yourself. Know your worth. Welcome in.
I feel good now. I'm feeling applying for me. Yeah, welcome in. Thank you for that. I needed that.
Yeah, man. We just welcome everybody for coming in, and like I said, it's been a minute, but it is so much going on out here in this world. So much. And we have a lot to talk about, I may not get it in tonight, but we have a lot to talk about. But Neil, man, I'm telling you, this is where I want to start, bro.
Let's see what we're talking about. I feel it in my heart. I feel like it.
Everybody, y'all welcome. We welcome each and every one of y'all here. This is what I want to talk about, man. This is for the Christian folks.
Oh.
Y'all better start paying attention. Y'all better start paying attention, because it is very serious out here with some of these pastors. It is very serious out here. It is no joke. You can keep thinking that what you see in the news is fake, and this stuff ain't fake. You see, they just busted self-proclaimed apostle. Apostle. Yeah, you hear what I'm saying, apostle.
Yeah, self-proclaimed.
David E. Taylor.
Self-proclaimed.
$50 million from the year 2014 up into 2024. If you think this is a joke out here, I don't know. So you out here robbing the folk. Then you got people working for you at the call center. You holding them hostage. If they don't get a certain amount of money from the phone call, they don't eat, and then they got to stay up 4 o'clock in the morning. That's slavery. Then he had his sidekick, Brandy. She doing the racking up for the money, but hey, I remember when Vicky Yohe was talking about him. She tried to warn them back in the day. They didn't want to believe her. Now they see. If somebody tell you about a certain pastor doing certain things, man, you might want to listen to them. Because it's $50 million, and he living a lavish lifestyle, but you got them living in it used to be a hotel, but they use it to turn into a call center. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. What you think about that, man?
before we get started, I want to go ahead and apologize because this topic is really going to take me to another place that you guys probably haven't even seen me in, just because the betrayal, the betrayal of it all. Um, I care about God and his love, but I care about his people as well. And when you find somebody that's misleading people, and people is willingly being led by these people, like you have thousands to millions of people in your palm of your hand, and you supposed to be a good steward of them, and you are a critical part of their soul and salvation. And I have a rule with myself, regardless of what's said. If I don't know you, I don't I don't judge you. Like, I don't know. It could be allegations. But when you read and when you do your research and you see the proof and evidence, I'm able to make a righteous judgment of this man's life and woman just by the sheer evidence, and by the ducking and dodging of your responsibility from this stuff being going on. Like, if you, like, I'm gonna be honest, I did my research for two reasons. I did my research for this episode and for something I'm working up myself. But this was going all the way back. I know it's going back far. I stopped at 11 or 12 years ago. 11. If you go back 11 to 12 years ago, this dude was what's that D word that they call? I think it's deposition.
Yeah. Yeah.
That dude was being interrogated by a judge about the misuse of funds. Back then, I think in 2014 or 2015,
Yep.
he was already up at I think 15 or 20 something million dollars at that moment. And if you watch that, I watched too much of it, I believe, but the little bit that I watched, you just saw how he was answering questions, and he was good on his feet. He was smart, but you just knew he was lying through his teeth.
Yeah.
And
You knew
that
that.
and how I feel is that I'm gonna just ask for prayer. I'm ahead of time. I'm gonna ask God for forgiveness. Because as a man of God, I might say some stuff that you guys may feel like a man of God shouldn't supposed to say, but every time I read and do this and look at this case, it brings me back to a person that I said I don't want to be again. And I'm gonna leave it right there until we get deeper into it. But how you asked a question, how I feel about it. Let me just sip my water on that for right now. We're gonna get there. We do it. We're doing it.
It's something, man. It is something. Y'all think it's a joke. You think it's a joke. And everybody, this your first time here. Welcome to Open Mic Night. We decided to jump on today for a while, and we're just gonna talk about some things that's going on out here in this world. And if you don't know who we're talking about, that's him right there.
That guy.
And I guarantee you, some of y'all seen him on TVN. You've seen him on TV because he come on at 10 o'clock on Sundays after Creflo Dollar.
Mm-hmm.
That's who we're talking about right there. We're not saying all preachers are bad. We're not even saying that. We're not saying that. But you need to be on your P's and Q's. You should never put a pastor on a pedestal anyway.
Right.
Living in a nice mansion and buying all this Louis Vuitton stuff. And I think Neil, back in 14, 15, when they had him in the silver suit, he got this $3,000 Gucci belt on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what you doing with a $3,000 Gucci belt for? For what?
He said
you go to Walmart. Ain't nobody gonna see that belt, especially if you got a suit on.
he said he had to look good and he sweat through his clothes.
Okay, all pastors do that. Ones that do sweat.
You know, let me say this. I ain't even mad at the caliber of clothes that you have, because if you're here, I'm about to give you the answer in what I'm about to say. If you're using your own money, from you working hard in your business to buy whatever you want, you can buy whatever you want. But when you're using other people's money, when you're getting money in through fear, intimidation tactics, through manipulation, forced labor, when you getting money in through the state that's supposed to be used for congregational needs, but you're using it for your personal lifestyle, that's where the problem at, because you're bringing this money in, and there's people you're forcing to work around the clock, not able to sleep, not able to eat, not able to see their family. There's people that has came to your church and their family has just said, I ain't heard nothing from them in 3 years. I ain't seen them. I don't even know what's up with them. There was one person that said that he left his family. He went to the church, and months later they found his car in the church parking lot parked with expired tags, and it ain't been moved since the first day it got there. So it's not about what type of brand it is, but it's about using somebody else's money to fund your lavish lifestyle. That's what it's about. So I don't want y'all to get confused that you can't wear this and that, but you're lying. You've been lying for years to fund a lifestyle, and you preaching against it for the congregation, but for you live in this. Dude, I'm trying so hard not to go ahead and go in. I want more people to get in, because I got a lot, man. I got a lot, man.
And it's
really
it's
do.
sad, man. If you're gonna raise all this money and you say you're doing it for the kingdom, you better use it for the kingdom. And like when they were pressing him, they was like, you got all this money. Don't you feel bad for the poor people? You live in a lavish lifestyle off the back of them. But if they need something, you're not even giving it to them. And it is so crazy how he can go to sleep at night, or either she, because a lot of he ain't gonna be the only one.
No, he had a partner, and it was a lady.
Yeah, that's not gonna be the only one.
Guys, I don't want y'all to get lost in it, but he had a partner. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there, because, like I said, it ain't about race. It's not about color. But I'm so mad and fed up that somebody that's supposed to be for our culture would do this to our culture. Somebody who looked like that, somebody who's supposed to rise us up, somebody we supposed to go to and be like, you know what? I'm okay with you because I know my experience, but then you take advantage of me. See, for some, I'm mad if anybody do this. But I'm gonna be honest, y'all ain't gonna want to hear it. A part of me feel like other cultures, they plan and plot to do this stuff against us. So when it's happening, I'm just gonna tell you, I told y'all. But when it's your own, when it's supposed to be your own, and he's supposed to be a leader, she's supposed to be a leader, when it's supposed to be your own, and it does it, and when you hear the stuff that I'm about to read off in a little bit, and how long this stuff been going on, this dude was deprived for so long, his mind had been turned over to a reprobate mind for so long. He wasn't willing to he wasn't going to stop for so long. It wasn't like a one-time thing or a two-time thing. This was been going on for clearly over a decade, probably getting close. And here's the thing, he had a deposition about 10 years ago. So in my mind, if you got a deposition 10 years ago, how long before that point you was doing this? How long that people were on to you at that point? A deposition don't just come out of the way just because somebody feels some kind of way. And dealing with government funds and dealing with millions and millions of dollars. Before I come to you and try to prosecute you or get your duck straight, I'm gonna make sure mine's is straight. So I'm gonna take time on top of time to make sure I have my stuff straight. How he got out of that, I don't know.
I don't know neither. I just know it ain't no joke. They better quit playing. As you know, how your parents used to tell you back in the day, you better quit playing with that.
Oh, it's done. It's done. And
And you know,
what I say at the end, guys, you're gonna be shocked because how I go hard. But what I say at the end, you're gonna be shocked. But it's crazy, man.
and the thing about it is that watch all the friends abandon him now. All the so-called friends that been in his pulpit to preach, getting that money. Now watch how they disappear from him.
So they're gonna disassociate themselves from him because they don't want to be brought down too. But somebody
Yeah.
like him, that's a coward, is gonna bring them down regardless because he don't want to go down by himself.
Oh, he gonna be like Nino one now.
Oh yeah, he gonna
I'm
stand
going
up.
down. Everybody going down.
It was his operation. It was his operation. I ain't do none of this. I'm a worker. It was his operation.
And this what gets me. They'll say stuff like, well, you know, God told me it was time to part way from him. So he just not telling you that after you got caught, but he didn't tell you that before. See, a lot of them so blinded by this money. And y'all, we're not talking about everybody, but some of these folks are so blinded by money to it just go out, I don't know, just outrageous. They're so blinded by these titles. People want a title so bad, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. This is so crazy.
Wait.
I don't get some of these folks. And I'm not saying don't go to church. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying don't pay your tithes and offerings. I'm not saying that. Be careful how you do certain things. Be careful on how you set some of these pastors up on a pedestal. Just be very careful when you do stuff like that, because when something happens, you can't get mad. Only person you really can get mad is at yourself.
Right.
You can't get mad at him, or you can't get mad at her. You got to get mad at yourself.
You know, I want to go ahead and get this thing started. And I'm gonna just list off the things, and we can come back to this stuff. I'm gonna just say everything that I wrote down. I know it was more than the stuff that I wrote down, but this is the stuff that I was able to just research from the situation. This is the stuff that was going on. If you need me to stop, just tell me to stop. You want to chime in on whatever. Here's some of the stuff that was going on. Money laundering, human trafficking, forced labor, so-called divine encounters. See, that's a big one. If you don't know, that's a big one though. So-called divine encounters. Call center, unpaid workers, no food. Oh, public humiliation. When these guys didn't do what he wanted to do or didn't meet their quota, he publicly humiliated them in front of the congregation. He was telling the congregation, disobeying him means you're defining God. You were defying God.
You was an arrogant son of a gun boy doing that.
Let's keep going right quick. Sexual assault, raping girls, and then force them to abort.
Stop right there.
Oh, okay.
Y'all heard what he just said. He was having women come brought to him, and they had to take the plan B before they even had sex. So that just lets you know he was having sex with these women with no type of protection.
That was already a plan to do what he was going to do. And I don't want to put this on him because I don't like to put stuff on him that I don't know. But a part of me feel like some of this might be in the underage category too. I just feel that way.
We gonna find out.
And we definitely gonna come back to that. Adulteress. This is something that went under the radar, but understand a lot of this, he was married. His ex-wife is speaking out about this stuff, okay? So he was married. This is a pretty long one right here. Forced people to personally work for him, unpaid. He had unpaid underbearers with no food. They would get him food. They couldn't get food. They would get him food. There was his transportation, and they were the people that kept his properties upkeep. Had them bring work, women to them and force the plan B. We just spoke about that. Force men. Oh man, come on. How cruel is this? Force members to declare homeless to control their government funds.
Ooh.
EBT, taxes. Here's how he did it. He threatened them with cancer. How you threat some? I didn't even know you can threat somebody with cancer.
So you cursing people.
You cursing people. You don't do ABC and this a plague of cancer gonna come down. Like that's what he's doing.
Man, that don't make
all in
no
all
sense.
All in all, last name that I said, Carl said this beginning, they called this organization a slave labor cult.
A lot of y'all don't believe these pastors can beat these pastors run a church like a cult. A lot of y'all don't believe that. Y'all just don't believe it. Y'all don't believe it.
So let's get to it.
Let's roll with it.
Money laundering. What did that look like in the church? What did money laundering look like?
Man, all that doggone money coming through there. And ain't but a few people that really know they're going to touch that money like that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got that type of money coming in the church, that means you got the money counter, the machine back there.
Mm-hmm.
So you can hear that flipping.
So look, I want to say this to the people that's watching. I want to break this down like street terminology. All this stuff, we're going to do this like street terminology. So money laundering. Guys, if you don't know what it is, take money, take laundry. Take them to break them two down by itself. You got money, you got laundry. What money got to do with laundry? You take money and you wash it to make it clean. Okay? So when you're saying money laundry for the church, what money of the church is dirty and bad money? And why do he have to wash money to make it clean? What illegal activities that this man is doing?
Exactly.
These are questions you have to ask yourself. How is he involved in money laundering, right? Oh, that goes back to some of the stuff we're going to bring up later. He has a call center. He is forcing people. He is forcing people to call people for donations. And people have quotas that they have to meet. If you go look at this story, you will see rooms, you will see beds. They don't go home. They don't go home. These people was inside a little small cubicle with an old bed with cardboard up in between them in a room working. They would sleep there for a nap, get up, and do it all over again. And you're not gonna get no food if you don't make this $1 million for me. Then you got to take this money because you know this money is bad. You got to wash that money. So the money you present to governments is money that is coming in, that is clean money, but you wash that clean money with bad money. And vice versa. Go ahead and get it, Carl.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say this right here. And the crazy part about it, you know, we're live right now.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody running a live video of him right now. He's not out, y'all. Once the Fed get you stuff like that, you don't get out.
Right.
But see, somebody is controlling that part.
Right.
They're playing old videos. So you still trying to get, somebody's still trying to get money. Because even that video, you're talking about money. And I just
So
pulled it up just to see what we're going because I seen him say it live. I'm like, live.
so peep this. Let's break that down. Let's go back to money laundry. What you just saying. In order to run a laundromat, you have to have workers, right?
Yep.
The owner ain't going to be in there. You got to have
Yep.
workers. So what he's just saying, this guy has locked up. Do you think he was doing all of this by himself?
It's gonna come out.
This cannot be an operation of 1 and 2 people. This cannot be. And everybody, you're gonna have 2 people say, I wasn't a part of it, I knew it, I turned a blind eye, he threatened me, or you're gonna have just people that was like, oh, I didn't know what I was getting into. This dude have $1 million empire, if you want to say it that way. He was in 5 different locations. I know he was in Raleigh, he was in Florida, believe he was in Texas, he was in Illinois, Michigan, that's what it was. He was in Michigan, he was in 2 other places.
You're right with the Texas. He was in Texas too.
He was in Texas. This dude is not doing this by himself. He's not doing this by himself. So he have people. These people there's people that are doing, I ain't say this person, there's people that are doing this willingly. There's probably people that's sicker than him behind him. Let that marinate. This dude is about to go down, and there's people that's still out here doing what they was doing. How depraved you have to be.
And see, I know this is not a popular topic because people have this thing about once you start talking about a pastor or whatever, oh, y'all shouldn't be talking about the pastor and y'all shouldn't be saying this kind of stuff. Okay, not one time have you heard us dogging the pastor out. We just putting y'all up on game in case y'all didn't know. Because a lot of times y'all don't see this stuff because you just stuck on looking at your regular whatever you looking at. You watching whatever show you watching. That you just stuck on watching regular TV. But even on regular TV, they starting to show him now. But see, it ain't that we're talking about any of them. If you want to get mad at somebody because you think they're talking about it, won't you get mad at God? Because God said He's gonna start with the church first. He gonna go through these church houses. And the sad part about it, a lot of pastors know a lot of these other pastors is doing a whole bunch of mess. But you'll stand up in the pulpit right boldly and call me out or call you out, Neil, or call anybody else out about their sins, but you won't call them out about their sin. How in the world God speaking to you about us, but He ain't saying nothing to you about your friend that's out here sleeping with all these women, and he's a pastor? How did that work? If He can give you a word about me, tell me to stop doing what I'm doing, I guarantee He don't give you a word to tell them to stop doing what they're doing. But you know why you won't do it? Because you in that clique. It's almost like a code, like the police have. You in this ministry clique because you're so scared if you call them out, you ain't gonna get invited back to come preach there. You ain't gonna get invited to go come do the revivals. You ain't gonna get invited to come do whatever right there. So you're so scared, and then you're scared because you're scared you're gonna lose memberships. You're scared that ain't nobody gonna come to the church no more. All because you call somebody out that you know they was doing wrong. And y'all say y'all read the Bible, but when I read it sometimes and I see this other stuff in there sometimes, why in the world the Apostle Paul called Peter out then?
They weren't ready for that neither.
Apostle Paul called him out. Why in the world did Jesus get at these Pharisees, these Sadducees, and He got at these priests? Why was He calling them out? Woe unto you, Neil. You know we did it alive with that. The woes. But y'all so quick to call us out. When you gonna call your associate pastor out for getting that girl pregnant?
You know what the two favorite scriptures in that moment. I'm paraphrasing that what they say. Touch not my anointed one.
Do my prophet no harm.
Yeah, and God work in mysterious ways. Like I hate these cliches like that. Like y'all don't even know, because we literally there is nothing me and Carl gain from this. We don't gain nothing from this. We come here every Wednesday, we get done working, we have family, we have to rush home, we making sacrifices, and we come here every Wednesday to give you guys the 1,000% truth of how we see it and through the research we do. We're not getting no money. We definitely would love for you guys to donate to us, but we don't even ask that much.
You don't even do cash out running.
You don't even do it. So when I'm trying to say, what do we gain from this? And yet and still, because you've been under here, oh man, watch what I just led to. You've been under the same pastor for 10 years. You've been under the same pastor for 15, 20 years, and you are connected to your pastor. You like your pastor, and you don't want to see no harm in that pastor. But imagine this pastor that just got locked up. If he just got locked up for the mess, and you've been attached to your pastor for 15, 20 years, what type of person are you on the inside? Think about that. If you're in this congregation and this type of stuff is going on, you really have to ask yourself: do you have the spirit of discernment to be able to discern these situations, or you just riding along, going on with what the pastor say? You just hear what the pastor say, and I'm gonna be honest. I listened to one of this guy's sermons the other day, and I don't even know why people sit in his congregation. He's like, to me, he's like a Donald Trump. He's cavalier with his words. It ain't about your language and your education with words. But I was seeing how he was putting the scriptures together. It wasn't really making sense like that to me. When I was hearing the scripture and seeing how he conveyed it, it was simple and it wasn't right. But you have people sitting under this guy for years, and you ain't questioned. You ain't opposed. You ain't checked them. Hey, Pastor, what you said right here? ABC said this, but the way you brought that together, it didn't seem right.
Mm-mm.
But we don't claim to be a pastor over here. We ain't claim to say that we know the word, and we ain't done none of that. We're just telling you the truth. We allow you in real time. We allow you in real time to come on the platform and speak your piece. If you against us, if you with us.
Yeah. And no hard feelings.
No hard feelings. Y'all go back a couple of months ago, had this lady come on. We was going back and forth. I loved it. Right after, at the end of it, I told her, I said, I love you. This is all good and fun. I think she took it kind of wrong, but definitely not me. I love a good debate. I love a good back and forth. It's nothing going against you. So if you feel like I'm saying anything wrong, you feel like Carl's saying anything wrong. And here's the thing. We could be conveying the message wrong too. Come to the platform and let's have a discussion. That's all we ask. Have a discussion.
Hey, Neil. You know, you like to debate. I like to throw them wrenches in there.
Mm-hmm. Like debate. Oh, what wrench we gonna get this time? Yeah. How you been,
That's Brown? Right there.
I know. Come on back.
What's going on?
Let me do this right quick.
All is well.
Let me do this right quick. Human trafficking. What do human trafficking? When you hear human trafficking and church, what that say? Human trafficking in church.
I'm like that's Pastor James right there. I'm like Pastor James, man. People follow anybody now. If this is the season of the itchy ears now, but they're human trafficking. Man, just speak on a legend. Man, hey, in the church. I'm gonna say that one more time. In the church.
So you telling me, my little daughter, you telling me I'm in fear and danger of sending my daughter, sending my son to church. And it ain't that he fell and scraped his knee or her nail broke. It's that I'm never gonna get to see my daughter again, and she's somewhere. Let's talk real. She's somewhere getting pounded by somebody who have spent money on her. She's locked in a room. Like, I'm sorry, I'm painting a picture of what I see. It can be totally different. She's locked in a room somewhere. He locked in a room somewhere, and somebody with money and power and influence that said, I want that one. I want that one. And you have a systematic organization that handpicks. I'm pretty sure while you was preaching, you was peeping out inside the audience of who you want. It's a human trafficking. It necessarily doesn't have to be for sex, but if you keep going down in I'm about to say dissertation, if you keep going down, when they was interrogating him, there was a lot of sexual assault going on with Plan Bs being forcing the people to take it. So I can't send my family to your church because I'm in danger and they're in danger of getting kidnapped or getting coerced from you. And you're supposed to be handpicked. You're supposed to be chosen. You supposed to, what did it say? Let me see. What did it say? You supposed to have divine encounters. So your divine encounters is telling you to kidnap kids or anybody. Your divine encounters is telling you to manipulate grown people out of their money and force them to work when they don't have money and they can't get no food and they can't get no sleep. They can't go back and speak to their family. You afraid that they're gonna tell their family what's going on at your church, and this whole thing was gonna start crumbling down. See, it may not happen fast, but it happened. Anything dark, anything dark cannot withstand the light. You go in the dark room and hit a light and see how much of that dark dissipates. That dark got to leave.
Man, I don't know. Gracious alive.
But I don't know.
Ooh.
Human trafficking and church don't go together for me, brother.
Nope. That's sad, man. When especially you would think the church was a place to come to heal and gather information, and it's like a safe place. You would think that, but now the way they run a lot of these churches, man, let me tell you something. And I always say this, and I put a post of it, and I've been talking about it for a little while, and one thing pastors, and I'm not trying to be funny or nothing like that, because I got pastors in my family. One thing pastors, when they come to the church, don't try to mimic what you see with these other pastors. Just because you see them gaining a lot of fame or gaining a lot of members and gaining all this money, don't mimic what they're doing, because whatever they're doing, as far as I'm talking about the good ones. Whatever they're doing, God didn't give that to you, because if he gave it to you, you'll be doing it. So you can't mimic what you see, because you don't really want that accountability, what they may have. You don't want the accountability of 1,500 people, 3,000 people, 6,000 people. You don't want that accountability. No, you don't. You keep saying, I'm ready for the big. No, you don't. Because if you're not even ready to handle the drug dealers, the drug addict and the prostitute, you ain't ready. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for that.
Well, I agree 100% with you. I think here's the problem too. Like you said, you're not ready for that. I'd have been to churches to where the church put the onus and the responsibility on the congregation to go out and vet people and bring them to church. Okay, I get it. It's a family thing. It's a unit. And I'm for it. I'm a door-to-door knocker type kind of person. But pastors, they got to see you too. You got to be out there part of it too. And he said you're not even willing and ready to deal with the drug dealers. Why do you hear me out? And this is just me speaking from the streets. Why do you want 15,000, 20,000 people congregation, and the neighborhood you at, there's nobody coming to your church. You can't even convince the drug dealers in your town. You can't even convince your neighbors. So here's the thing: you probably could if you showed up more, if you showed you was there, if you showed you cared. But you sitting back behind your desk, and I ain't talking about. I mean, you cool, you can do, but you sitting there behind your desk, want somebody else to bring members in. Them members ain't gonna come in until God allow it. Here's another thing, like what he was saying: 50,000, 100,000 people. What if you're not ready? What if you're not prepared? What if you're not equipped enough to even deal with that? Right? You want this, but you ain't even equipped enough. And some of the people that you see that have that, they're not equipped as well. It's why we see the stuff crumbling down.
Yep.
They're not equipped as well. They get this is what happens. A lot of people is on a path that God wants them to be on, but it's not moving how they want it to go. It's not going how they want it to go. Money ain't coming in how they want it. I got to do this with A, B, C, and D. And a song somewhere along the line, they lose focus of their first attempt or first intent and what they're supposed to do. And then now, 15 years later, you see somebody about this guy who we speaking about getting ready to go to prison for life. Getting ready to go to prison for life because he disobeyed. So you looking at it as a jail cell and a prison sentence. I'm looking at it, this dude got swallowed up by a whale. You got to think about it. This is spirit. If he want to deal with the spiritual, if he want to deal with divine encounters, he's not going to spend it. But God want me, he want me to have a prison minister. Is why he sent me to prison. He can probably spend it like that. No, you going to prison because you played with people's souls and the guy got tired of it.
I gotta drop this on you right here.
Come on with it. I love it.
I gotta drop that.
Ice cold.
Dropped an explosion on it. He just exploded right there, y'all. Hey, if this is your first time joining us, welcome to Open Mic Night. Welcome to Open Mic Night. I'm your host, Carl. Y'all know Neil's always here with us. Brandon already said he's coming back. So we just take a moment to applaud y'all for joining us on tonight. Brandon was on the weather. He got some scar tissue, man, around his port. So he's getting that taken care of, and he's good though. He said he was coming back. We're gonna put the team back together.
Yeah, we got to the 18.
Yeah, the 18. But y'all, we're not dogging anyone out. We're not talking about anyone. If we were talking about someone, this wouldn't even be on the news. We'll just be talking. But it's on the news all around. And you know, you're looking at it. God is trying to get a lot of people to start paying attention to what's going on around them. And what's going on. Y'all giving up all this money.
Yeah.
A lot of these pastors picked up this nonsense what Benny Hinn was doing. Take the coat swinging, everybody fall out. He take this and then he blowing on you, everybody falling out. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell you something that I witnessed with my own eyes. They had this big conference up in Charlotte back in 2012, somewhere in there, 2012. And went to the conference. Neil. Very popular pastor was there. So it was a free event. So I at the time I was married, I said, look, I want to go see this for myself. I don't care what I've seen on TV. I want to witness it for myself. So I went there, we went inside, and we in the line going inside. So we just mingling with other people that were seeing. So this woman walked by me. I said, hey, how you doing? She said, I'm fine. How you doing? Walk. And then she went to the right, went in this door. So we inside, the music going. Jonathan Nelson was there, Kim Burrell, all of them was there. He came out and told everybody to stop singing. He started singing music like Benny Hinn was singing. I said, okay, this is finna shift. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking. He said, anybody want to get healed? We're gonna do the healing service tonight. So this woman came out on a walker. Guess who that woman was?
The same woman that said hi
Same
to
woman
you.
I talked to.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Excuse me.
It's crazy.
Same woman that I just talked to. And I said, at the time, I told my wife, I said, see, that's why I don't believe a lot of that stuff I see on TV. Dang. The same woman, she come out on stage on a walker. See, y'all, a lot of this stuff is paid actors.
Yep. Yep. Good money. It
grabs y'all eyesight and it grabs y'all mentality because y'all see, oh, you see that? He just waved his hand and everybody fell out. No, all this stuff ain't real. If they got that type of power, why don't they go down to the nursing homes and in the hospitals? Why got to come to you?
Yep.
See, ain't no money in me going to the nursing home or to the hospital.
Right.
The money is when you come to me, because once you see this stuff and I get my musician get to playing, your emotion gonna get caught up in this stuff. And once I see that you are in your emotions, all I got to say is that God is speaking to me right now, y'all. He is saying, sow the seed of $1,000. If you don't have it, go into your savings and get it. Get close as you can if you don't have the full amount. See, I got you in your emotions now, so I can say this stuff.
Preach.
And for a lot of you pastors that's trying your best to do what's right, y'all catch hell because of those.
They get laughed at because there's only a few people, a few members in their congregation, and you gotta be doing something wrong. You're not doing something right. God is not prospering your spot. No, I'm gonna be honest. That's the places you probably want to go to. They doing some for some reason in my mind. It's telling me people run from the truth.
They run from it.
People run from the truth. I'm sorry. I must just say it. When I see these big churches like Elevation, when I see big churches like Potter House, when I see these big churches like Lakewood, my mind is just like, it's a lot of stuff going on in the churches that a lot of people like. A lot of people like. And what you're doing, like what you just said, playing on these people's emotions, making them feel good. You cannot tell me you in the same place for 20 years and you still got the same hell inside you. You can't tell me that. How you in the same place? How you getting the word? Like what is the word about? How do it change you from within? Like you in the same spot for these many years and you still the same person that you are. That doesn't make sense to me. Mm-hmm. And the people right now who even watching you going to church, I want you to understand this. Some of the stuff that people say to you and you hear about it. Yes, people may gossip about you. Yes, people may say something behind your back, and you may feel like they're not a friend or whatnot. But I want you to be honest. Still hear what they say. Is it true? Is this stuff true? And if there's an ounce of truth, maybe don't deal with these people no more. But reflect on yourself. Ask yourself, what do I need to do to change? Why am I going to a church? Why do I believe I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do in the Lord's hand, but I still have my devilish ways? The neighborhood that I grow up in, they say I'm this kind of person. Why there's no change? Why there's no transformation? Why is none? Why? Ask yourself these questions. You cannot be 40 and then be 60, but still be the same 40-year-old, still having the same hell inside you, still having the same evilness inside you, the same anger, the same depression. You hate everybody. You don't want to talk to nobody. You don't want to shake nobody's hands. You don't want to do nothing for nobody, but you still think that you're God's chosen one. No, you're not. You can't be if that's who you are on the inside.
How? So is it more about the pastor and the entertainment now in the church? Or is it's supposed to be about Christ? So if you still got the same mentality 20 years later, then you just go and think you're doing a favor to God, but you're not. like James said, yes, God will get tired of his people being misled. And he's tired of his people being misled out here. But
They found a way to work guy in their schedule. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And going back to when you said about the famous scripture, because I always say that. As a matter of fact, I said it yesterday on Facebook, because a lot of people, especially a lot of pastors and ministers, people that's in there, and y'all don't take this the wrong way, because I'm not talking about nobody. We just talking in general. You run to that scripture, touch not my anointed, do my prophet no harm. Y'all even really know. Have y'all really read what that scripture really says? See, I ain't no just a King James version only. I read other versions too. My former pastor told us what that scripture really meant back in 2007. That does not mean we can't talk about you, can't nobody talk about you. You're untouchable. You don't supposed to answer no question. That scripture really mean back in those days, the prophets and stuff was getting bullied. I can't touch you. I can't do no harm to you. Mm-hmm. I can't physically put my hands on you. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why a lot of these pastors think they're more better than Jesus. You crying because somebody talking about you, but Jesus went through all that talk. You crying because somebody said this, and that about you. And Jesus already told you, when you follow me, you're already going to be hated. But you crying because somebody said this, and this about you. My question is, if you got to try to defend everything somebody said about you, is it true
then? Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't even waste my time. I get stuff about me, and I'm like, okay. If you want to know something, I tell you what, come ask me, because I just might add something to it that you may not know about.
Right.
But it's sad, man, because they'll jump up here. You don't supposed to talk about the man of God, or you don't supposed to talk about the woman of God. Then they'll go to that scripture, touch not my anointed. So I asked a question, about that right there. And I said, give me another scripture beside that. And I ain't got no answer yet. See, I know a lot of them ain't gonna mess with that, because some of them have looked at me like, man, this dude crazy. He don't know what he's talking about. You just don't know.
I got something I'm gonna send to you right quick.
Okay. You just don't know. So a lot of y'all need to stop running to that scripture. Because that scripture means can't nobody put their hands on you. If that's the case, then why was Jesus talked about like a dog during his ministry? But y'all act like y'all can't be talked about. Oh, Neil, you better not try to question them. You can't question me. I heard one of them say, you can't question God. I'm not questioning God. I'm questioning you.
Right. You ain't better than me. I'm not better than you.
No. If I want to question God, I can question God. I don't think about certain only question I don't question God about is about death. I don't question him about that. But if I want to know something, God, why is this going on? Why is this happening? I'm gonna question him. I don't care what y'all say. How is that we can't question God, but throughout the Bible, God was questioned? See, a lot of y'all don't know that because you don't read.
Right.
You just go by what the pastor said. You think the pastor's telling you 100% facts. If you went back and listen to what he said, and you go back and read, you'll find out, man, wait a minute, pastor, this ain't what that saying.
Let me say this.
This ain't that.
Yeah. Let me say this right quick. Let me flip it. Let me throw one of your monkey wrenches up in it. Let me flip it right quick. With what you just said, what is his name again? Taylor, the guy?
David E. Taylor.
David Taylor. We're looking at his situation. I truly believe in my heart, if the guys in the congregation, if you were reading and you were praying, and you was really reading and praying on your own, you wouldn't find yourself in the situations you were at his church. That's going on everywhere. I really believe that. I know some people are still gullible and naive and and whatever. But I don't. If you're putting all your stock in a pastor, you're gonna find yourself not being able to eat, not being able to sleep. You gonna find yourself being forced to do something that you don't want to, because you are not equipped to fight against the devil. You are not equipped. You're oh my Lord, you're accepting word as it's from the Lord, but it's really was from the devil. That's what's happening. Because you don't read. And when you have these pastors that manipulate you, they're not coming from a place of being genuine. They're not coming from a place of love, and they're not coming from a place of you're my flock and I'm trying to help you with your salvation to the Lord. They're not coming from that place. They're coming from a place of selfishness. They're coming from a place of what I can get. They're coming from a place to where I'm roaming the streets seeking who I may devour. That's the place they coming from.
They coming from.
So if you're not reading and you're not praying, you hearing that and you don't even know you're being prayed on. Oh, hold on. Not P-R-A-Y. Not P-R-A-Y. I want you to really understand it. P-R-E-Y. Pray like a lion, like waiting to see who he can devour. You're being stalked upon. You've been there's not a realm in your bush. There's something in your bush, but it's not a realm. You know what? God always have a realm in everybody's bush. Don't take me out of context. But what I'm trying to say, because you don't know there's a realm in your bush.
Don't even know.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You're taking this word. So now your true self is being cluttered and bundled with lies, with cheating, with stealing, with envious, with jealousy, right? Mm-hmm. That's what your true self, and you don't even know. That's how a whole generation was stolen. That's how a whole generation was stolen, because the real knowledge was stolen, and we was fake foolishness. The only problem now, you willingly sitting under somebody who's lying to you, and you don't want to give. You don't want to give time to yourself. Here, man, you have a wife and kids at home. You're not even doing it for them. You're listening to this pastor going home telling your family this is how it should be. Your wife is like, did I marry you or the pastor?
Exactly. That part right there.
Your life is like, did I marry you or the pastor? It's okay to get a word from a pastor, but dang it, pray about it too. Find it and see how the Lord speaks to you in your spirit. And then you want to look, because look, I'm gonna be honest. I done touched on something. This is what a lot of women see. When a woman marries you, but yet and still you run up to that church, you hear what the preacher say, and you run back home thinking that this is gonna be the golden word that's gonna change your wife. That's gonna change it. Nah, bro, it's actually pushing her away.
Yep,
it's pushing her away.
When you home, that's no pastor run your house. That you he paying the bills up in there, but no pastor run your household. None. When you go home, it's you and the wife. I've seen some female pastors that said, when I go home, I may be a pastor at the church, but when I go home, they said my husband is the head, not me.
Right.
But then you got some of them that was, jump to that side. Well, I'm the pastor. You the pastor of the church. You ain't the pastor of the house. You just the pastor of the church, not the house. Now you're out of order trying to be the pastor at the church and at the house. You're out of order.
Hey, give you a little trick. Learn how to separate your work from your personal life. That's all. Yep. Learn how to leave. I had to learn this at a later age. Learn how to leave your job at home. Learn how to leave your job at the job Learn how to leave your job there. Sorry. Just recently, literally just recently, I found myself bringing work home, and I found myself stressed out. I found myself bothered. I found myself not getting sleep. I found myself feeling terrible. I thought I was about to go crazy. And then I found myself saying, I got to become my own business owner. I got to be my own boss. And that's where I'm at right now, because being a grown man, I'm just being honest, it really doesn't feel good going and clocking in for somebody else. It doesn't feel good knowing that I'm a grown man, knowing that I want to be a husband, knowing that I want to have kids and stuff, but yet and still I got to answer to somebody else for pay, for hours, to be able to come in. I got to answer to somebody else, and at any point in time, they can come to me and say, "You out of here." I cannot put my family in that. So what's happening? Men, when you're coming to your room and you telling your wife, Pastor said this, Pastor said that, she's asking, am I married to two men? Like I thought I was, you supposed to be the head, but you're bringing in another head. You look, hear what I'm saying. This is gonna be a joke, but it's true. The lady like, you bringing in another head into the house. Shoot, I should have stayed in the streets for this. I should have. If that's what's going on, I should have stayed in the world.
And then check this out, Neil. But soon as she brings something, what the pastor said, oh, he don't run my household.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's okay for you to tell me what pastor said, but I'm talking to another pastor. He can't run his household. Then that means both of them need to be quiet, because neither pastor have any right to run your household.
Right. But that's a flaw in that guy, because here's when you say it like that, that means that's nothing but a follower trying to be a leader. That's all. Yeah. A follower can't lead, and a follower can't force himself to lead. Becoming a leader is just something it happens, and you get better being a leader as you become a leader, and you start getting mentors under you. Like, you know how many mentors I have? You know how many people I reach out and I talk to, because part of the know-it-all, my name know-it-all, really is because I know I don't know it all. So it's really a joke. But I have multiple people that I reach out to in every aspect of my life, and I get counsel from there. A leader is knowing when you don't know. A leader is knowing that you don't know, and it's time for you to seek counsel. But hearing from one person point of view, and then you want to bestow that over the whole house like it's gospel, man, you out of order.
You out of order.
Start reading yourself. Let the Lord work with you.
Hey, what's the rest on that list?
Oh man, shoot. Come on, let me ask you this question right quick. How would you feel like you got to get up, put on your shoes every morning, go to work 12 hours a day, 13 hours a day, and don't even get paid? So when you hear
ready to ask for a raise now,
I'm with you. So look, when you hear church, and when you hear call center, and under the call center, unpaid workers didn't get sleep or food, what comes to your mind?
Man, it sounds like a sweatshop over in one of these third world countries.
That's what was going on, guys. And here's the thing that I'm bothered by. This guy is out in the open. There's other churches. Hear when I say this. Bring your ears a little closer. There's other churches that are doing this right now that's just not caught.
Just not caught.
You might be at one of them churches.
They should be scared right about now.
Yeah.
Anytime a man tell you, I seen the face of God, that's an automatic lie. I said in Jesus' lap. That's an automatic lie. No man has seen God's face. Even when Moses was talking to him, God had his back turned to him, because he couldn't see his face, because the glory would have killed him. Mr. Dunlap, go ahead.
Okay. Question about that, because you're right. Here's the question. When you just said at the beginning, whenever a man say that, that is an automatic lie, right? You just said that, right? Where do a member's mindset or faith has to be for them to believe that lie?
It's already in their conscious mind. Most of them believe that stuff because it's already locked in. Because they don't hear somebody else say it. So
And
if
now they
he
believe
said
it's
it,
true.
and so they believe, oh yeah, this got to be true. Because a lot of them don't read. If most of y'all really read that Bible, a lot of the stuff you see in church, not no mega churches, local churches, you'd be like, wait a minute, ain't none of this what y'all doing in this Bible. Now, it is some pastors out here calling out this foolish, and it's, and I watched them because one of them is in Charlotte, man. Pastor Ray Curry, he ain't playing with them. He ain't playing with them. Shout out to Pastor Ray Curry out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I wish I had the address. I'd put his address up here. I might have to hit him up, see can I get his address so when we be live, I can hit him up. He ain't playing with them.
This right now. We're about to figure this out right now. You said Ray Curry?
Yeah, Ray Curry Jr. He's not playing with them, man. He's calling out this foolishness in the churches. Rob Leach. Rob Leach is another one that's on YouTube. I follow. Moment of Truth. They're calling out this foolishness in the church, man. I like Pastor Ray. A lot of people may not like him, but I like him. It's just like with any other pastor. You're not going to agree with everything a pastor say.
Of course.
But I like him. Not because he calling him out, because he's straight with it. Just like Pastor Phillips, he's straight with it, man.
I think I just sent his website link to you.
Okay. And just like some local pastors, I listen to them. But they preaching the word. But I feel for them because they catch the most hell because of some of these other pastors that do all this nonsense stuff. And then you see, like I said, he's saying he said on the lap, oh, Jesus is my best friend. Wait a minute, bro. When y'all hear stuff like that, I hope y'all don't fall for that. Jesus is my best friend.
But see, here's my problem, and I'm gonna get back to my real mind. Here's why I'm bothered by that. Because there's a lot of stand-up good people, men and women, older, of all cultures. They are really looking and they are really searching. And then you get somebody like this guy that just say something that sounds good, and they got him, and it's wrong. And when they say Jesus is my best friend, they could believe because they ain't been reading. They looking for somebody to guide them, so they can be like, well, Jesus your best friend, Jesus can be my best friend. Or they looking at it, you have a better relationship, a personal relationship with the Lord. So if I'm attached to you, maybe I can have a better relationship with the Lord as well. And that's manipulation on the pastor side. It's hard. It's not easy. It's hard to try to get somebody who don't want to believe, who don't want to follow God, and say they need to follow God. It's hard to try to convince that guy. Do you know sometimes a true conversion? Do you know sometimes that stuff take years?
Yeah, they do.
Some of that stuff take years. And I'm gonna bring myself into this right quick. When I realized it wasn't my job to try to change somebody, then bringing people to church was a little easier. When I very first became a man of God, I used to thought it was my sole job to make sure they understood, they came to church. I thought that was it. But when I was like, no, God, I kept going in my head, God just want me to water the seed, or want me to plant the seed. He'll come and water. I remember that. So when I just start telling people about my life and how I changed, because people who know me from my town know who I am and know how I was when I was younger, and now they see a difference in me. So when I tell them my story, somewhere in my story resonates with them. And I done had people say, man, I want what you have. I'm like, no, get what you supposed to have.
Yep.
Don't want what I have. What I have is not for you, right? What I have is not for you. What God has for you is for you. And so when you have people manipulating the circumstances for money, for growth, for personal fame and wealth, like that really bothers me. Like, honestly, I'm gonna go in and say this. When you see me in the video, when I was reading up on this stuff, I wanted to fight this dude, man. I did. It bothered me that much that you would do people like this. People are on their last. There are people from your congregation that passed away thinking they was in the right because they was going to your church.
Yep. And
I don't even know how that conversation going on with the Lord. I don't even know. But I was so bothered by that, man. I was bothered by another thing that was on the list. How you feel you at school, Carl, and you're walking in front of the class, and the class bully come behind you, pull your pants down, give you a wedgie.
May I be embarrassed?
Public humiliation of what he was doing. He is nothing but a bully of the people. He don't get his way. He finds somebody he know he can force his will on, and he public humiliate them in front of the congregation. Yet and still, you go look at his website. You go look at videos about this guy up here. His congregation, they give him food out to the homeless, right? But yet and still, he ain't paying people at his church that was working for him. Not just saying this was about him, guys. This is still going on in churches that we don't even know about.
That's just a cover-up of what's really going on behind the scenes, and it's getting ready to come out.
Come on, what we got? What else we got? I'm gonna run through this. Come on, man. How would you feel, right? How would you feel? You at a church and your pastor. I'm sorry to call him out, but I know he cool with it. I ain't even gonna put that on him. But how you feel, your pastor? He say you disobeying me. It's like you defying God. What's your next move?
Okay, that's how you feel, Pastor? Okay. You ain't worry about me no more. Because you are not God, first of all. And this is what I'm getting ready to do, Pastor. That right there, Neil. I'm out. Because you talking about if I don't obey you, I'm not obeying God just because you said it. Man, what kind of God you serve? God have never put nobody up on a pedestal to be that doggone arrogant that you think in your twisted mind that you're a God in the flesh. You know, the Bible already said it's gonna be some people popping up saying, Lord, Lord, but that ain't them. They long away from him. He already said they're gonna be some sheep in wolf clothing. That ain't he didn't lie when he said that. That's why when people say, you know, people got their own opinion about the Bible, that's your choice. You want to read it or not, you know. And they be like, Carl, man, you know, a man wrote the Bible. I said, yeah, about 40 men, 39 Israelites of Hebrews, and one non-Israelite Jew. Jew. But as I tell you what, man wrote it, right? They said, yeah, man wrote it. I said, that was a hell of a writer. Right. He said, why you say that? Because what he wrote back then is happening now. But like I always say, I got 3 questions you can't answer. So I ain't even gonna. I said, I'll just give you one of them. Why do we die? And why we get old? Because near, like we said last time, right now I'm at 57. I'm finna go back 30 years. I'm going back to 27.
Yeah, going back to 27. Yeah. I'm at 30. Y'all don't even look. Hold on. You don't even see gray hair no more. See? You don't even see gray hair no more. So we're going back. We reversing. If I could reverse the hands of time. Oh, good song. Y'all need to go check it out. I got another one for you. Just what was happening on. This might you might get kicked off the internet for this question and this answer that you get. They gonna ban you for this. But
I've been kicked out of here. I haven't been put in the Facebook jail. You know, man.
Oh man, you about to be in social media prison. Because they're gonna hate this answer, but your daughter your daughter gets sexually assaulted. You don't know about it, but your daughter gets sexually assaulted. I mean, she got taken advantage of. They took it and then forced her to take a plan B. And on the other hand, got pregnant and then forced her to get an abortion after plan B wouldn't even work. And you find this out after the fact. What we doing, bro? What we doing?
Right there. What? Hey, pastor or no pastor? Pastor or no pastor? Y'all listen to me closely. Pastor or no pastor? Even though I said back, I don't supposed to put my hand, you don't supposed to put your hands on a prophet. Who said he's a prophet? Just because he said that don't mean that a true prophet ain't gonna do all this mess. But
Right.
to answer that question right there, Neil, I tell you, boy, God would truly have to be with me. Because you don't told her to do this, and she don't came back and told me. You don't force your way on her.
But no, here's the thing though. She ain't come back. You got to understand, even with this particular guy and this mindset, he was already making.
Oh, so you saying if I find out?
No. She told you. She eventually told you. But at the beginning, he's already been keeping her away from the family. She's been trying to find a way to get to you because she done found out that she's in some mess that she didn't want to be in. So she find this stuff out. And when everything hit the fan, that's just one of the things that you had to find out. Once she was able to come back home to see dad, she broke down to you in your arms, and that's what she confessed.
Oh, I'm finna go get my brother, a couple of my brothers and my cousins. I know he's gonna have his boys. I'm gonna have my boys too. We need to pay a visit to him. And I have her to call him and put him on the phone. So it won't look too obvious like, who is calling me? No, I'm gonna have her to call her because I know you're gonna pick up that phone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna be a conversation. He can hang up all he wants to. It's gonna be a conversation. And I don't promote violence, but see, when you start doing stuff like that to your child, no. It ain't right. It ain't right. So, Pastor, y'all better be careful. Because y'all love to force yourself. Some of y'all love to force yourself on these young girls.
There's a story that's floating around right now. This stepfather just got charged because his 11-year-old stepdaughter just had a baby. You saw that story too?
I put it up on my page today.
I saw that.
Man.
And here's the thing. The mama getting charged too because she knew about it and she ain't say or do nothing.
Oh, I'm glad you said it. Parents, you know there's a law they are passing that when your kids do certain stuff, you're gonna be accountable too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they out late at night and they doing some of this devilish stuff and somebody get hurt or unalive. Because they looking at you. Why is your 13 to 17-year-old son out at 3 o'clock in the morning? Should be home. He ain't working or she ain't working. Why they out? But to get that little young girl pregnant, man, you's a sick individual. You are sick.
I want to know. I want to know what's going on in that person's mind to where they believe they're not going to get caught. Like it's not going to come out. I'm so well inclined in my mind to think ahead to know how the outcome would happen that stops me from doing anything like that. Anything. I don't have no connections. I don't have money. I don't have another family outside in the country. I don't have none. I'm just Neil. I'm trying to make it happen. I'm just trying to make it happen with the little bit that I have. And you really think that I'm about to lay down with not even a teenager, 11-year-old or 12-year-old girl, and you think I feel like I can get away with that? Like, I'm already depraved in my mind if I think that. So this stepfather taking advantage of this girl, thinking that he can control her because he's stepfather, thinking that mother is already okay with it. So he's thinking nothing is gonna happen. When this girl have the child, and we start asking who father is, and we start doing blood tests, what you think is gonna happen? And then police is brought in, DSS is brought in, all this stuff is gonna. What you think is gonna happen?
Yeah, what you think?
Come on, man. Like, be smarter. You can't. So you mean to tell me your desires is far greater than the consequences that's about to be laid on you? There's some things that I know. There's some people got a desire for cigarettes. There's some people got a desire for alcohol. There's some people got a desire for video games and they all that stuff. But this is serious. This is people's lives you playing with. These are kids that you're playing with, right? Come on, these are other people's kids. These are kids being brought into the world, right? And you don't think you're gonna get caught. Here's the truth. I ain't even mad at this situation right here, because what's about to happen? Oh, they ain't gonna find out what's going on in that jail cell. I know that.
Nope.
You going to prison for the wrong thing.
Yeah, for the wrong thing. Man, it's some sick individuals in this world. Y'all keep thinking that everything that you're looking at is 100% what you think it is. It's a lot of manipulation going on. It's a lot of foolishness going on. It's a lot of arrogance going on, narcissism going on. It's a lot of all that going on, and it's all inside one, and it's like a time bomb. And it's spilled over. It's been spilling over in the church. A lot of people just ain't been paying attention to it. So to all the local pastors, man, if I was y'all, if you say you are raising this money for the church, man, you better make sure it's going for the church.
Right.
Because some of y'all been having building funds for 30, 40 years and ain't laid not one brick. Grandma and them don't pass away. Ain't even seen nothing build. Yeah, I know COVID did a little damper, but when you got back into the church, you had 150 members. Now you got 130. So you just lost 20 members, but you still got 130. So you trying to tell me you over 30, 40 years, you ain't starting to lay not one brick, and your excuse is we don't have the money. What you mean you don't have the money? So if y'all gonna say that you're raising this money to build for the kingdom, then you better make sure you're doing it for the kingdom. And the kingdom ain't for no bigger building, unless you got an old building or something like that. It's for the people. Because if I sit right here and gave you the amount of a certain denomination of how much money they raised over the years, and I did the figure one time, Neil, over the span of about 7 years, $333 million. See, y'all don't want to believe that kind of stuff because y'all think y'all denomination is the true word of God. Let me tell y'all something. Baptist, AME Zion, Pentecostal, that is no denomination out of the Bible that was created. There's only one church, and that's supposed to be the church of Christ, of God. That's it. Not even the ones that are saying they go by that name. But none of these denominations are in there. None. And if you think I'm lying, show me one. You can email me, you can DM me, and just show it to me. And I believe you. If you can't show me, no.
And we don't mean no church in Philadelphia neither.
No. No, don't try to use that. No. But see, and it's time out for you just believing everything the pastor say. You better start reading for yourself, because I guarantee you, when you leave here, your pastor ain't standing up there nowhere beside you. When you leave here, none of your kids, praise team, musicians, nobody is standing there with you. You got to give an account. As they always say, you got a birthday, you got a death date. What is your dad saying? How they gonna remember you? You was a hell raiser. That's what they remember you by.
Right.
Or you try to make a difference, just like we try to do. Like me and Neil, my son, and Kid and them. When we come on the live, we trying to make a difference.
Right.
We're not on here begging for money. Yeah, I have the cash app up sometime. A lot of times that's just to help buy some of the equipment. And somebody might need a little gas money and stuff. See, that's the behind the scenes that y'all don't know.
Right.
Because if this was popping and I was trying to make some money, I tell you one thing. Right here, Neil, and I'm straight up honest. If I really want to make some money off this right here, I'll switch this whole conversation to some mess, some sex, some drugs, talking about people, drama. I go through all that right there, because that right there sells. And I show you all these videos, everybody fighting and all this kind of stuff. I just take the strikes and stuff, but I will show you all these videos because people love that.
Oh, did you see how many times Cardi B changed her wig do her trial? That's all we got to speak about.
Yeah.
That's all we got to speak about. Trending topics, what's going on, all these fights and stuff. I don't even understand how YouTube was able to play all this stuff. Like, I'm for real. I'm not YouTube, on Facebook. Every time I go on Facebook, there's a fight. Like there's now, people getting murdered.
Yeah.
You seeing this stuff, and I'm just like, what in the world? I'm literally, if it wasn't for the stuff that I do in my personal life, I literally told my lady the other day, I said, I won't even be on social media. I was in this app. It was called Charlotte the Beat. And it was just everything that happened, or North Carolina to Beat, something. It was one of them apps that just show you all the crime and everything that goes on in North Carolina. I had to back out every time I would open up my phone. Death, murder, after this. And I'm just like, I can't wake up and this is the first thing that's in my spirit. I can't do that. So God, yeah, man, just God, know what you put into your spirit, know what you put into your soul. That's why we come here every week. We come here and try to give you guys some stuff that can wake you up. Some stuff, we give you other perspectives that you can take into your spirit and say, oh, shoot, I never thought of it that way. Oh, hold on, let me double check myself. One of the best things you can do is ask questions and have a curiosity about everything. There's one thing I did when I turned, well, I can't tell you exactly when I turned, but in my early 20s, I asked myself, I said, I challenged myself. Everything that I learned, I said I was going to erase it out of my mind, and I'm going to challenge every answer that I know 100%. I'm going to challenge that. And I relearned, I retaught myself when I was in my 20s. Because there's a lot of stuff that's in your mind, that's in your heart, that you've been holding on to since you was in your 5, 6, 7. Your parents told you this stuff. And your parents was wrong.
Yep.
Your teachers, your whoever, they was wrong. But because your parents said it and the people you revered so much said it, you're in your 30s believing some mess. You know it's wrong, but because your parents said it, you believe it.
Yep.
So I had to tell myself at a young age, everything that I ever learned, I'm challenging it. And I promise you, if you do that, if you challenge everything you have learned, you can do it now. And put yourself on an honest research on trying to find a real answer, you will start to wake up. Your brain will start to shift. And here's the other key. You got to be able to accept the true answer when you get it.
The true answer. Yep.
The true. Not your answer, not his or her answer, not the world answer. The true answer.
So I tell you another thing that'll make some money. All I need to put on that red hat. Make America great again.
I definitely, you do that. Let's see.
This song gonna be jumping, boy.
Nah,
people we ain't never heard or seen.
Hey, I have never did this before. Oh, You ever put that hat on? This is exactly what I'm doing right here. No, I can't do that. I'm about to back all the way out, but you need my audio.
Yeah. Nah,
I'm about to back all the way out.
Nah, you gotta stick around, partner.
Oh shoot. Well, it'll be something like this though. It'll be something like gosh.
I have some boy. Hey, Neil, we have so many clicks on here.
Right.
And I put it, all I gotta do is put the cash up. I put the cash up, that cash up be jumping.
Yeah.
It'll be jumping.
Yeah, we should put it on.
All I gotta do is talk about Trump.
Hey, we should put it on, put the A on and say, hey, let's make Anson great again. We can do that.
Yeah, we need, yeah, we need to do that, man.
We can do that. Yeah.
Have it jump. Make Anson great again, because we definitely need Anson to be great again.
Right. Man, let me run through this last one so we can get almost to that point. So here's the thing. Imagine you at a church and you down and out. I mean, you homeless. Actually, you're not homeless, but for this scenario, you're homeless. You don't have nothing. And your church pastor tells you, I want to control your EBT, your taxes, your money. I want to control your end of year taxes. But the key is he wanted you to fake like you're homeless. So if you're faking like you're homeless, that means you got a house somewhere. That means you stay somewhere. So that means now he controls your actual house. What do you do in that situation?
Man, I give you some EBD card. You finna get none of them. I'm finna go. Hey, kids, come on. I'm finna stock my refrigerator.
But this is what this guy was doing. See, somebody like me and you can't be duped like that. This guy was making people force members to act like they're home. Like I can't even I have never heard the word like act like you're homeless, like homeless, because it's like the people I met are homeless. They are homeless. Yeah. And I go out and me and my lady go out, pass out some stuff to the homeless. So when you're forcing people to act like they're home, I have never had to say the words together. But this is what this guy was doing. So he can have money and he can also have control over them. I'm just trying to understand who signed up for that. Like, how you don't know this is how you don't know you being duped. I don't know, man. I don't know how you don't know you being duped, and how dare you take advantage of people. You can't try that with a real one. I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry. The people that got duped like this, I probably can look through these people and say, man, these people, they weren't from the streets. Or they ain't had no streets about them. And they ain't knew nothing about the streets. But God, we ain't glorifying the streets. But one thing about the street, it doesn't matter if it's bad or good. A lot of people in the streets actually have common sense.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah, a lot of it. It's just that you get so thrown off by how they look and what they stand and what they're talking. You go speak to some people from the streets. They smart. They and you wonder why they in the streets and stuff and everything like that. Hey, we all wonder why. We do. But a lot of them people from the street, they got streets. To me, a lot of people got common sense. And on your hand, it's like, well, they got common sense. Why they in the street? No, go speak to them. Close your eyes and hear. Close your eyes and you can hear the smart. So I'm saying that to say, them people that got duped by this guy like this, I don't know, man. They needed somebody like me to tell her, hey, that's not the way to go. That's not the way to go. I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's crazy, man.
Do you think it was adults, or do you just think it was all kids and stuff? Like, what you think?
It might be. Well, it's probably adults, young ones.
Young adults.
Yeah.
Young adults. And then, like you said, some of them was like, in order for them to say to make like they're homeless, like he could have got young adults that was still staying at home with his parents too, and they really don't have a house.
But I tell you what, if a child, if it just one child come out of this, it's over. It is over. It is over for him. But I don't care what nobody say. That woman gonna talk.
Oh yeah, of course. She got the skin to win. What you talking about?
She gonna talk. You tell me if you don't give something up. You're looking at 20 to 60 years. Where that piece of paper at? it's crazy. See, a lot of people like, oh man, you know, you shouldn't be snitching and stuff. You ain't faced with them years. You said true. So you trying to tell me you gonna do 60 years, 20 to 60 years for somebody else?
They ain't doing 2 months.
2 days.
They tell them. Ain't doing
That
that.
ain't snitching.
And you
But
know
then,
what? You know, you said, and I'm making a hard turn right quick about the snitch. You know what I don't like? They don't want people like it's just a story that I saw. It was this guy just always he didn't snitch, but then his house got broken into, and he wanted the people of the neighborhood to snitch on the people who did it.
I say that all the time.
And I'm just like, you don't want no. Yeah, you got it.
How can you want somebody to tell if somebody broke in your house, a car jumped you or whatever, but you're saying you ain't no snitch?
That don't make sense.
No. So they looking at, well, you don't snitch. I ain't snitching. Especially if somebody get on a live. But like 2 months ago, you seen such and such get on a live, but you didn't say nothing. It's crazy, man. And you know, I be saying to people, what y'all gonna do if they ever push the martial law thing? What y'all gonna do?
Yeah.
What y'all gonna do? I hope y'all know what that is, because it's similar to what happened with the pandemic.
People ain't ready for martial. They shoot. I think the pandemic was them trying it out a little bit. I'll be honest.
Because you look at the pandemic, was the homicide, no homicide. Breaking and entering, no grand theft auto, none of that stuff. You had to be off the street. If you weren't working, you had to be off the street.
But here's the only pushback that I have to that. They can't do that because there's a lot of corporate businesses that make money off the death and crime of us. So they might do it. They might do it for a period of time, but here's another thing. Here's my thing about martial law. How you feel about the government are the only ones having firearms and weapons, and you got nothing. They can run up in your house at any point in time.
He's going that way.
Do whatever. I know.
He's heading that way.
I know. That's scary. It is.
It's heading that way. People, y'all can say what you want to. It is heading that way. All this stuff that you think, oh, we got the freedom, is heading that way of being on a lockdown. Because after a while, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Then you're gonna be mad at this for what? What you mad for? They're not playing of what's going on. You remember when do you remember when they had the riot up in Charlotte?
Yeah.
And we was at work, and all the people doing it, breaking this stuff. And I had got off the phone with my cousin. Me and him was talking. So we was at work and talking to the guys. I said, now, you know, when they deploy the National Guard to come up there to serve and protect, I said, you know, that whole atmosphere gonna change. Oh man, they still gonna do it. Soon as they got there, hey man, how you doing, man? Everything all right? We ain't trying to do nothing. I said, you know why it's like that? Because they can shoot and they got the answer to nobody.
Right.
Because they're there to protect and serve.
Right.
See, that's the thing they don't understand about the military and the National Guard and stuff. They have those rights. If they get deployed, they have that right. You can't even sue them.
Dang, that's crazy.
Now the police can't do nothing like that.
Yeah,
but they can. Basically, you messing with a government building.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let me circle that back around. Let's go back to the pandemic along with what we just saying. What was one of the things that happened during the pandemic? A lot of people got scared, and a lot of people scared for their life. I remember going into a bookstore. The number one book that was bought around the pandemic was the Bible. Okay. So that was the number one book. Here's what's going to happen. like you said, we're going to martial law. We're going, you know, we can see the birth pains of it. These people are going to get scared when that happens. What they're going to do, they're going to run right to the church. They run right to the church.
Like 9/11.
They're going to run right back in this situation that's going on. Here's what you're supposed to do in these times. Read and pray. This is why it ain't even in them times. You read and pray, and you get a relationship with the Lord now. So when them moments happen, you will know how to handle it. But what happened, you people are looking for a quick fix. Oh, the pandemic, the world is about to end. Let me go get right. Let me go get right. No, you don't even know how to get right. This is a process. It's the whole thing is a process. You
Like
don't even
2K.
know how to get, right, exactly.
You remember they talking about, man, everything gonna shut down.
Everything gonna shut down.
You ain't scared. I said, no. I said, I hope it shut down. I said, why? Because that mean it might wipe everything off and everybody got 800 credit score.
That's funny. That's funny. That's right.
Bill, everything wiped off.
Let's all start from scratch.
Start from
And let's
scratch.
do
I
it
said,
again.
let it shut down. I said, man, do y'all actually think they're gonna let this thing shut down? And when Y2K came, you know how much is involved in that?
I thought it was deeper than that. I thought they were talking about it was the end of the world.
Oh yeah, oh, Neil.
When was that? Like they were talking about it was the end of the road. This is it. People were scared. Yeah, people were scared. They were like, this is the end of the road. They were scared. They really thought people was taking out life savings.
They were so scared that a lot of church people were selling their stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. What are y'all doing? Oh, it's the end of the world. It's okay. I'm looking like this right here. I don't see no sky crack. I don't see this going on. So how's it the end of the world? Now, if you want to donate this money to me, hey, I would gladly accept it. You want to give me your house? I would gladly accept it. But first, when you give me the house, let's go ahead and sign the deed.
Yeah, let's go ahead and sign.
Don't just give it to me. Let's sign that deed.
Oh, we need to sign the deed. It's about to be interrupted. I'm gonna do something with it now, just in case.
Just in case.
God, it's crazy, man.
Crazy. Man, it's crazy. But see, you see how people fall for that without reading? Because a lot of people go to church, but they don't read. They just listen to what's being said. And if you're a pastor and if you go in there just talking and preaching with no scriptures, it's gonna be hard for me to listen to you anyway. The first thing I'm doing anyway is listening for scriptures.
Right.
To back up what you're saying. And for all y'all pastors that be sitting out there like, if you don't look like me, God, you must not be doing something with God. No, I don't know what you really doing. Behind them closed doors. I don't know what you're doing.
Right.
Just because I ain't got no Cadillac. But y'all don't want no Cadillac.
Right.
I ain't got these fine suits. I like going regular.
I'm with you.
So what that mean? I say when the end come, I said all this stuff y'all saying, keep that same energy when the end comes. Run around here talking about I'm pastor, bishop, apostle, so and so. Keep that same energy.
Keep that same energy.
Guarantee you ain't gonna keep that same energy. You believe in Christ? No. I want to see you keep that same energy. Not saying that I'm gonna sit here and be bragging about it, but if we're around when that stuff happen, Neil, I'm gonna text you, hey man, we're gonna go live right now and see this stuff. We're gonna go live at that time.
I'm ready. I'm with it. Let's do it.
Oh man,
I'm with all of it.
Yeah, we get ready to get up out of here, y'all. It's been a minute for us, and y'all just bear with us because we do work.
Yeah, we do. That's why y'all see the yawns that came in.
Yeah, we do work now.
I work.
It's that time. Yeah, Brandon said he'll be back. He's getting that port checked out because he got some scar tissue around his port. He's good. He said he's coming back. Y'all, we appreciate each and every one of you all for joining us on tonight. Short notice, because I put it up on right before we went on. I said we're going live in about 5 minutes.
Hey.
And we appreciate all y'all that came in on tonight. Thank each and every one of you all for the support. Neil, what you got going on? Don't forget to give out the donation.
Right,
GoFundMe.
right. Yep. So yeah, man, I should have did that at the beginning of the thing. But no, guys, I got to GoFundMe, man. Really trying to help out the homeless people. I actually saw this one thing. It's portable beds, and you got some of them that take batteries, some of them that takes electrical current. So want to be able to get these portable beds. Each bed is like around anywhere from $150 to $300. So I actually have a GoFundMe, and we're gonna drop it in the link, especially on the next one. I know we're about to wrap up, but we're gonna have the link there at the beginning. I just want you guys to really help and support the cause, man, and you guys can actually come out and help and support the cause. But we're gonna try to put that in the link before, put that in the chat before we get done. Two more things. One, me and my partner, Jawan Smith, we have a movie review podcast. We done committed to dropping a video every 2 Thursdays. Every 2 Thursdays, we'll have a movie review. It's called Two Friends, One Show. The number 2 friends, the number 1 in show. So please come out on support.
I watched one other night, man.
You watched one. Hey, we funny, ain't we? We funny, ain't we? But me and my guy, man, we having fun. We suppose the next one's supposed to be the new Denzel movie, The Highest to Lowest. That's supposed to be the next one that we do. So guys, come out and support. And the last thing, hey guys, I really need your support and I need your help. Your boy is a business owner now. I've been telling you guys. I told Carl about this behind the scenes. I didn't tell you guys, but I am a medical courier now. I am a legit medical courier. I got my LLC. I need them hand claps. Carl.
I got you, man. I got you.
Come on with it.
I waiting on you. I waiting on you.
Okay. Hold on. I'm got my own LLC. The name of it is called Helping Hands Medical Courier. And I'm gonna need your help. So if you guys have any connections at doctor's office, dentist office, to vets, you have any hospitals, I need contracts. That is one of the hardest things of that business is to secure is contracts. Once I get some contracts, then I can really, really be my own man. And you already know I love giving back. So you're a part of this. We all a part of this. Oh, that's gonna be my tag right there. Yeah. That's what I got going on. Man. Thank you, man.
Man, yeah. And we are coming back. We won't be on this Sunday because I'm going to my friend funeral Sunday. Y'all keep the Cole family in your prayers and stuff. They lost their brother, friend of mine too. So I'm go down there and pay my respects and because every time me and Clayton got together, no matter what we seen each other, boy, it's gonna be some cutting up going on.
Right.
So y'all just keep everybody in prayer because at the end of the day, we need each other. It's time out for all this stuff of bickering and fighting and all this mess, man. We got enough going on as it is. And it's time for us to really start coming together. And I'll never forget what Minister Curtis said. That's one of my mentors, Minister Curtis Gatewood, Gatewood. And he always said that he's trying to put neighbor back in the hood. Because a lot of times we just say hood. I'm from the hood. He's trying to put neighbor back in there because we need each other, whether you like it or not. We need each other. Yeah, we need each other, to get through and get by and get through this world and get through this thing called life. Because you're not promised tomorrow. You're not. I don't care how anointed you think you are. You're not promised tomorrow.
Right.
I don't care how much money you think you have. You're not promised tomorrow. I don't care how good of a person you are. You're not promised tomorrow. Tomorrow is promised to no one, and time waits for no one.
Right.
So you can keep playing, you can keep this, and this, but we all need each other. Beware of all this mess that's going on, and keep your eyes open because it's just not beginning. It ain't even really started yet. That's just the beginning right there. You're gonna see a lot of these pastors and stuff getting hemmed up. I guarantee you, man. I guarantee you that a lot of them, a lot of them, their message gonna change. Because a lot of those big mega pastors talking about Jesus is my friend and all this kind of stuff. A lot of that talk gonna change.
Right.
Y'all be on the lookout. Y'all be on the lookout. We gonna do our best to be back on here Sunday. I mean, not Sunday, but Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yep. We are.
We do our best to try to get it back rolling. You know, because it's starting to slow down for us. So the dealership is coming into the winter months now. So anything else, Neil?
Nah, that's it. We're getting it together. Like I said, we're gonna do some talking offline, but that's it. I did everything I wanted to say. Oh, one more thing. I do want to shout out my lady business too. If you guys need any shirts or any apparel done, she has her own clothing brand. It's called Nothing But Goodness and Glory. So please go to IG and check that out for her. But if you need your order placed, you can reach out to me and we'll get it done for you.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Still some people doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Just like us. Like Brandon have his book. His book is still available on Amazon. My Battle with Sickle Cell. He's already in the process of doing his second book. And he's writing his story as he go through it himself right now. So y'all be on the lookout for that right there. I have my stuff, my merch going on too. It doesn't matter until it affects you. A lot of times we don't pay attention to nothing until it hits home.
Right.
Now you want to care about a bunch of stuff, and you want everybody else to care about it too.
Hey, that's another shirt right there. Now you want to care. That's another shirt.
Oh man, we got to put that together, man.
That's what I said. That's another shirt for you. Now you want to care. I see it.
Especially now, you want to care now. Oh man,
I like that.
See y'all, see how stuff just pop off our heads. But see, that's how it is when you got great company and great friends and people that think I ain't say everything like you, but think a lot of stuff like you. Great minds together, boy, can be rough.
Right.
They can move mountains.
They can definitely move mountains. I leave it like this, and you can take it how you want. And the Bible said, one can send 1,000, two can send 10,000. So how powerful you think two people come together can be? Just leave it like that. That's all. I ain't saying nothing else tonight.
You gonna leave it?
I'm leaving like that.
And we out of here, y'all.
Peace.